My name is Matt Schultz. I work here at the Public Works Department here in Gulfport. I'm the Production Division Director, and part of my job is the energy conservation, water conservation here. A lot of people know that they should save or they should conserve, but they don't know what things they should do. So what we've tried to do with some of these displays is to try to bring some of these new technologies, let people flip the switches, look at the wattage meters, and see what they do. And then they can make those decisions for themselves whether they want to invest their money a little bit up front to save money overall. So we have LED lighting. We're trying to teach them that, yeah, we went from incandescent lighting for the last 100 years. Then we went to compact fluorescence, but now it's time to go to the LEDs. People didn't like the LEDs at first because they were $9, $10, $11 a piece. But now you can go to Lowe's and get a six-pack for $12. So they're almost the same price as a compact fluorescence, and they use a lot less electricity. So that's an equivalent, a standard 60-watt light bulb, and down here you'll see what wattage that comes in at. Compact fluorescents, they're fairly good, but they're not as good as the LEDs. Now these are 60 watt, and now you're down to about 12 watts on these. So there's a lot of difference in there. A lot of heat is generated by incandescent light bulbs, and people don't realize that. 90% of the energy from the light bulb is going to heat. And in the South, what do you got to do with heat in a building? You've got to use your air conditioner to pull it back out of the building. And then we got into programmable thermostats, trying to teach people that if you go and spend a little money up front, yeah, I know they're expensive, $200 to $300 in most cases, but now that they're Wi-Fi capability, you can use your iPhone or your Samsung, and you can sit there and adjust your temperatures when you're not at home. This is the Nest unit, and this is one that's made by Honeywell. It's just a couple. There's several different brands out there. And what we try to do here is show people that right now it's 70 degrees in here, and we've got this heat set at 68, but if I turn this, it's going to take a minute. But if I turn that heat up, so the red obviously is we're trying to show people that that's in the heat mode, and if we turn it over here, you get the AC mode. These are all run on 12 volts, the same thing that most of your thermostats run at your house. So there was a little wiring we had to do to make it work in a portable situation like this. The Nest one, there's all different ways of setting. Put it in an energy mode. Here's a spot for scheduling. And you see when I do that, when I push in on it, you get another setup here. So it's showing Tuesday, showing what the temperature is now, and I can adjust these where they will go on and off at different times. Most of these, I think I told this before, but $250 to $300. They all started around $300. And you see that as the technologies come out and they get a little older, they come down in price. So there's another one. There's one called ecobee. What they've done on the ecobee is they've put a second sensor where you want it in the house, and it'll use that sensor if it's in your bedroom or your living room or your kitchen. If that's the place you want the temperature to be right for you, that's where you're living at. So you can do those options too. So go out on the internet, check the things out, look at them, do a little research, and pick out the one that's right for you. There's no interaction on this thing. I don't have these plugged in any electricity, but I'm just trying to show you the physical difference between the two. And then if people want to know a little bit more about it, we'll explain to them. These are the old type where somebody had to come and read this thing. And what most power companies have done now is they've gone to a third-party meter readers. And what they do is they normally only read your meters every third month, and they do an average. On the new advanced meters, these meters, now they will collect all the data for up to 3 years, but we've taken this a step further. Now these things are on an RF signal. The radio frequency brings that into our central server, and at any time, my utilities people can look at any data they want to, and they collect all the monthly reports from the central server. We take it one step further, and all that billing information is going to go directly to Jacksonville to billing, and it takes that last human step out of it, where somebody has to pull the data off a computer, turn it into an Excel file, and then transfer it over to the billing folks, and then they've got to do the put it into the billing system. These are what they call advanced smart power strips. And what you do is you plug in the thing that you want to control into the blue, which say this is plugged into your TV set. So everything that is in the green is going to go off when you turn that remote control off to your TV set. But the things that are in red will stay on. A lot of people don't know that Xboxes, Sony players, whatever, you know, your gamers, they stay warm and ready to fire back up. So they're still using power when you shut them off. This way you completely shut down those things. But if you're one of those people that likes to record after hours, you want to have your DVRs plugged into the red so they're still getting power and they can take that signal and make that recording after hours for you. Same thing goes along with, you know, we try to do it with a stereo, a TV set, and then for the computer. Because if you turn your computer off, it doesn't turn your printer off, it doesn't turn your monitor off, but you can do that same kind of setup. Whatever you plug in, and this one is the green control. When you turn that off, it's going to turn the other things off. And we took it a little step further for the demonstration, is where you see the red light on, which means that's always on, but if you flick on the light, you'll see the green one comes on. That tells you those are being controlled by your switch or whatever your control plug-in is here. So that's what we try to do. This is advanced over a couple of years now. We had a very rudimentary one where we just showed the incandescent bulbs and the LED light bulbs. And our first shot at using that was when the kids came in. We had some 4th and 5th graders. And you know, they just like to flick the lights and things go back off and on. But we took that a little further and we tried to get this out to the people at Earth Day, CB Days, and in October when we do Energy Awareness Month, we get this over to the Navy Exchange. People are interested. They want to see the products in use. And in all these cases, we've put wattage meters on here so people can actually see. If I turn the incandescent light bulb on, it really is 60 watts. But if I turn the equivalent of a 60-watt LED on, and it's only 9 watts, but they can see, you know, the brightness, and they can see whether they like that kind of light or not. You got to be careful. You got to try these things out and see if the light works for you.